Alrighty. Yes. The children are in the house. Maurice is in the house. Outrageous is in the house. Come through. Mother Steph, Paul. The girls and boys of the world have arrived on the scene. And girl, I'm not playing with y'all today. I rolled a fresh blunt specifically for this show, girl. So it's going down. You know it's going down. So before we even begin, girl, let me strike it up. It's all on you. Okay. Girl, the girls aren't, they're not, I don't know if they're ready for us. I just don't know if they're, girl, let me take these elastics out, girl. That's how you know it's about to go down. That's how you know, baby. That's how you know. Okay, hold on. All right. Okay, so first of all, before we get into the show, let me first take a drag. Girl, it's about to go down. How's everybody doing today? Hey, Clint, baby, how you doing? Y'all doing okay today? Oh, they don't? Girl, first of all, they don't have to allow, girl. How you know I'm not in Los Angeles? What if I was drinking? Girl, these girls be killing me with the, like, so I can't drink? What if this was vodka? It's not, it's ginger ale, but the point is, how do they know? And I'm not publicizing this show. So it's like, girl. Well, if they want to get petty with me, girl, I'll tell you what I'll do. How about this? How about this, girl? Tuka played that game. Girl. But anyway, but I know you was looking out for me, Persian, so I love you down. But girl, they can kiss my ass. And push come to shove, girl, we been meaning to try out that thing that Patreon has. I don't know why I haven't tried it yet. It's definitely my intention to try it, but it's definitely something that I need to try. But I don't understand how they're gonna be like, oh, it's against the rules for you to smoke. Bitch, they really need to back up off me when it comes to this whole marijuana conversation, because I really don't understand how the fuck you gonna tell me I could smoke cigarettes, okay, I can drink alcohol, but we're going to draw the line when it comes to marijuana. Some shit that I could grow in my fucking flower garden. My fucking flower pot. Girl. Well, girl, the bottom line is, at the end of the day, Miss You Now, girl, I will appeal you and I will come for your wig if you come for mine. So, come for me. Girl, I'll come for you. You know what I mean? Like, girl, back up off me, girl. Back up off me. But that being said, I see Ahmed's in the house. Of course, we have legendary Mother Steph. I see Quinn is in the house. Persian's in the house. Mariah's in the house. Miss Queen Left has arrived on scene. And Hell's in the house. The children are pouring through. Eugene is here. Girl, it's going down. So let me hop into the first thing that I want to motherfucking talk about on today. Hold on one second. Anais, calm your happy ass down. Cause see, I feel I can already sense it. I know when she gets ready to carry. Cause she started getting these crazy eyes. I don't know if any of y'all have cats. I'm sure somebody has a cat in the audience. But it's something I noticed about her, and maybe it's just her. I'm just realizing that. Girl, this blunt is about to get me all the way together. Maybe it's just her. But when she gets ready to do some dumb shit, she gets crazy eyes. Her eyes go crazy, girl. I don't know how to explain it, but all I know is I'm like, oh, she about to do some dumb shit. I don't be knowing what it's going to be, but I just sense it because I can see her eyes. So I heard her this time, and when she came out from behind the curtain, okay, girl, I was trying to get a glimpse at them eyes, like, girl, she about to carry or what? But you said, you have a legendary, you better come through with this bundle, honey. Come through with this bundle. Hold on a second, girl, now that I know that the feds are watching me. You now, honey, get with the times. Get with the times. Dated ass. How the fuck you gonna buy Blog TV, but then not serve what Blog TV was serving? Like, Blog TV never, I mean, then again, I wasn't smoking this, so I really wouldn't know, but I just kind of feel like they need to update. Like, I feel like if I'm a grown person and I'm not up here, like, publicizing my broadcast, I don't see what difference it matters. And not only just that, but at the end of the day, bitch, you don't know, I don't see why it's a concern. And to me, what kills me is Every time I go to the blogs, they're like, oh, so forth and so on killed her sister in the car. Oh, this person hung herself on camera. Oh, this person shot someone in their face on camera. You air that, but you want to find me and take me off the air for smoking a goddamn blunt? Maybe had this bitch hit this blunt and stay her ass home, she wouldn't have did no dumb shit. Maybe if this bitch had access to a blunt, maybe first she would have opened up that third eye and realized this too shall pass. But instead, okay, bitch, but instead you gave her some shit that, although it fixed her anxiety, now she's having visions she don't know how to explain. Because they'll be like, oh, you know what? Girl, yeah, for the girls that have, anxiety, girl, we got just the right thing for you. Girl, I love this little Fitbit watch because even though I saw the text message pop up on my screen, my wrist just vibrated. I keep forgetting it does that. But they'll be like, oh, so yeah, we got just the thing for you, girl. We got this new thing called Fuck You Up. Because ultimately, girl, it's going to fuck you up. But what it does is it works on your anxiety. And you be like, oh, girl, I'm all for it, girl, because it's been debilitating for me, girl. Like, I can't live my life. I can't do nothing because every time I step out the door, I'm thinking, I get anxious. I get so anxious, girl. And then you pop this pill and you feel great because you realize that your visions have subsided. Hey, gorgeous, how you doing? And you be like, oh, my vision or my anxieties have gone away. I feel free as a bird. I feel light. I feel light on the inside. Is that what that feels like? Is that what happiness feels like? And you be all excited up until you blink and there's a bitch standing in the corner of your motherfucking wall. Like the goddamn Conjuring bitch. It was all good until that nun showed up, right? Okay, so now you sitting there and all of a sudden this sweet dream turned into a fucking nightmare because now you've looked over to the left like Tweet and you're seeing things that aren't actually there, girl. Or are they? I don't know. We talked about that on the last episode. Although it's so interesting to me. You know what's so interesting? I had a vision. And sometimes I'll be thinking, let me not say all my visions. Because one day, when I get into a position, I want to turn this shit into a fucking movie. But girl, these queens ain't featuring me, girl. They can't take me. I think what it is for me is maybe I'm ahead of my time. Maybe. I thought that the other day. I like to be honest and I like to be real even with myself. And I said to myself, I said, you know what? I think I'm gonna make it, but maybe I won't. Who knows? And I think that's okay as long as I'm doing well for myself here, on Patreon, and as long as I'm able to provide for myself, maybe I don't need to do all of that. But in the back of my mind, I'd be thinking, maybe I'm just too much for the decade that I was born into. Because I feel like there's going to be a time when everything that I bring to the table, they're going to be like, oh, we need a person like that. I just won't be around for it. I don't know. Maybe I am the person, maybe not. Who knows? Who fucking knows? I'll be thinking about that shit. But, I mean, at the end of the day, all you can really do is live your life. And, I don't know. All you can do is live your life. And at the end of the day, I realized for myself, if I can live a life that at the end of that life, I feel like I did something meaningful, something that mattered. I don't know if I have to have the prestige that comes with the success, in particular within the entertainment business. I don't know. Okay, Justin, baby, go ahead. My love, go ahead. Because you already know how we do. Because it's mind, body, and soul. So, as long as you can hear this voice, I'm going to serve you this plate just the way you like it. I got your order waiting. So Mother Pat, my partner, is actually with one of the individuals and some of their friends and whatever is going to be going on with that, drinking and smoking and doing whatever they do. But in any case, I told him, I said, make sure you let him know that I'm about ready to shoot this video. So it's going to be in the next few weeks. We're about to get this thing up and running. I mean, the thing about it for me, honestly, is I found myself in just a weird spot just because I don't even know. There's a lot of things that, and it's so frustrating because there's so much that as much as I share, there's so much that I can't share because it involves other people, and it's just a long story. But it's kind of frustrating because there's so much that I want to tell you guys, but that I can't tell you for different reasons. But I just kind of been feeling a little bit down. Like, I have a lot of ideas and things that I want to do, but then there's like, first of all, the government tried to come for me, girl. They sent me something in the mail like, oh, hey, girl, we're here for these student loans. They was like, go ahead on and pay us before we end up hitting your bank account. Girl, I'm like, okay, well, you can hit my bank account, bitch, because you want to know what? I mean, I did call her up to make payment arrangements. However, let's just say she decided she was going to go into my bank account and start pulling my coin. Okay, girl, let me go ahead and close this motherfucking account. I'll be right there at Western Union, cashing my check, getting paper. Because I'm not going to let these girls take me and handle me any which kind of way they want to. You're not going to take me and handle me any old kind of which way. So I'm like, okay, girl, I'm going to see if I can make a deal with this bitch. But if she's not being reasonable with me, I'm going to hang that call up and all my accounts will be closed. How about that? How about that? And you won't be getting no goddamn money. It just be crazy to me how I hit this blunt and then I just be noticing all kind of things. Like, here's something that I noticed on yesterday and I thought, this is so motherfucking retarded that I'm surprised I've never heard nobody else say this. But you know what I find to be real motherfucking stupid? How in the fuck? If I moved into a new apartment, they'll be like, oh, okay, you by yourself? Well, it's me and I have a few animals. They'll be like, okay, well, for each animal, you got to pay $300 plus you have a fee of like $30 per month for each animal. Why? If I moved up in here and I was pregnant, would you be like, oh, how many people you moving up in here with? And I say, well, it's just me, but I'm pregnant. Would you be like, okay, that's going to be $300 for the baby, and then every month is $30? Why do I have to pay for my pet? I feel like, to me, if anything, the charge should be for people, not for animals. Because, bitch, my animals are not running up this water bill like that. My animals are not using electricity like that. They're not watching TV like that. All the shit that people do, my animals don't do. So how come a bitch can bring a whole person can move in here? Like, a whole new person. Like, what happens if I got into a relationship and then my boyfriend moved in or my girlfriend moved in? You wouldn't be telling me, oh, girl, you got it. It's $300 for her to move in and then $30 every month after that. Like, so what? And then what's the qualification? So is it just cats and dogs? What about fish? Am I going to be charged per fish? And then are you going to charge me every month for the fish? What about lizards? What about snakes? It's like, where do we draw the line? I think that's just another way for them to just get some additional coins. It was another apartment that I was looking at. And then, I mean, it's a great location. The prices are good. And I also knew someone who lived there once upon a time. But girl, I said, you know what? I'm grown now, so I can't just move in. Let me look at the reviews and see what the girls are saying. Girl, them reviews were garbage. Management must have... Hold on, girl. I forget, girl. The feds are watching me. And I am on probation, so let me be careful. But girl, the reviews were like, oh, girl, don't move in because I live on the 15th floor and they cut off all the power first thing in the morning. Bitch, I had to walk 15 flights down for a job that I was going to where I was going to ask for a promotion, sweating. Came in there with my hair all frizzy, bitch. I was mad for her, no shade. Could you imagine waking up thinking you about to get a promotion and then you get all dressed up, beat your face, curl your hair, and then the power just cuts out? All unexpected. You looking out your window like, is this storming, girl? Like, what the fuck is really going on? And then the whole hallway, and then that's another thing. Somebody took a picture and even the hallway was pitch black. That's dangerous. And I'm sitting there like, you said, do I have YouTube Red? I sure don't. Listen, YouTube is not getting any of my fucking money. You wanna know why? Why would I pay YouTube when YouTube is not paying me? Girl, fuck her. I'm like, YouTube, outside of what I'm doing on YouTube, I'm not really pressed on supporting anything YouTube is really doing. I'm not here for any initiatives they're doing. I'm not here. The only thing I will do is I'll take a free trip from them. But outside of that, girl, I'm not promoting none of their merchandise, even though they like to pretend like it's for you. Like, oh my God, look, we're going to send you all these presents that you can give to your fans that have YouTube branding all over it. Okay. Oh yeah, girl, we're going to send you some YouTube t-shirts to give to your fans. Okay. Well, you may as well just send it to the next girl, because I'm not doing that. First of all, I don't even sit here promoting my own merchandise. You think I'm going to sit here and promote your shit? Oh. Ain't it funny how the girls be, they get it so fucked up? It's like, girl, you got me fucked up, bitch. You got me all the way fucked up. If you thought I was going to turn around and promote your goddamn shit, girl, YouTube be like, oh, girl, we got some socks for you, girl. We have a hoodie for you, girl. I will admit the hoodie was cute, but the point is, girl, no. You know what? Here's what would have been amazing. When I unzipped the duffel bag, it would have been amazing if there was a gift card so that I can get Final Cut. Oh my God. Oh, happy day. It would have been great if when I opened it up, girl, there was maybe a nice lens for my camera so that I can up the quality. See, these motherfuckers don't give a fuck. They just don't give a fuck. They don't care. In terms of the photo shoot, my love, no progress there, girl, because these girls are unprofessional. It's really crazy to me. Let me tell you what's so funny. When I didn't have any money, for some reason I thought everybody is so professional. Everybody is doing so well. It's just me. I'm the only one who can't get it together because I don't have no money. I'm broke as fuck. I'm living at home with my mother. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just an artist. I'm not a businessman. I don't know what I'm doing. Then I kind of got my shit, because I wouldn't say that I fully have my shit together right now. Like, I could still be doing better, blah, blah, blah. We all know this. But that's really anyone, truthfully speaking, which is actually the point that I'm kind of about to make. But now that I'm here and I'm seeing how people conduct themselves, it's like nobody really has it together. They really don't. Like, nobody, hey, Ronzi, baby, how you doing? What's going on, baby? But yeah, it's like nobody really has it together. Not really. Because when you get to a certain point, you get to see kind of how people really are. See, the reason why you think everybody else has it together before is because they're on a different page. But see, here's the gag about being on a different page. It's still the same book. So what you're going to see is, okay, you may be on chapter 3 and I may be on chapter 1. The gag is, bitch, it's not like you went through the same shit that I went through. And now I see that hey, Stefan, baby, how you doing? And now you get to kind of see how everyone is just, not everyone, but how a lot of people that you thought had it together really don't have it together. They really don't. Hey, Zell, how you doing? You said, did you see my comment about putting Mother Pat up for download again? Oh, for sure, no problem. I'll remind me, because I'm probably gonna forget. Don't get me to lying. But remind me, and it's no problem. Thank you, my love. But yeah, so anyway, it's just crazy to me. But in terms of the photo shoot, all these girls that I've been reaching out to, it's like they don't really want my money. They can't want my money because they're wanting me to chase them. And it's just aggravating. That's one of the things that, it is what it is. It is what it is. Listen, it's gonna work out, but this is just the growing pains. Like, yeah, it is what it is. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, people are going to do what they got to do. You said, I'm having surgery in 2 days. What are you getting done? I feel like maybe you told us about this, but what are you getting done? Maybe you told us and I just forgot, and you're going to be okay, my love. You're going to be fine. You know what I'm saying? It's always nerve-wracking because you're putting, a critical situation in somebody else's hands, but, you're a child of the universe, so knock on wood, you good. You good. Just go in there with the right mindset. Do whatever they're asking you to do in terms of don't eat 24 hours before you go in. Or maybe I just made that up. I feel like it's something like don't eat, don't beat your face, and maybe something else. I don't know what else it is. Yeah, but he gonna be good. He's gonna be good. But yeah, you guys, I don't know. Okay, so that's that with the photo shoot. Mother Pat in general is moving forward. the idea is kind of like solidifying, because it was like initially it was all these ideas, and it was like this. I had to be realistic with myself and realize, okay, girl, you're giving a Steven Spielberg storyline, but you're actually on Tyler Perry's level prior to Medea. Okay, so let's do the math on that. That means we probably ain't gonna have a lot of the shit that to me would make it like, it's gonna still pop, because to me what's gonna really make it pop is just the attitude. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to slay that shit. I have the right mind to go into the hood, too. I mean, I have to think about it. I got to sleep on it. But something in my spirit is like, girl, fuck that shit. Because, see, let me tell you what happened today. This is a total sidebar. I'm so ADD. But it's coming to me, girl, so let have. But today I went to wash my car, to hand wash my car. Because at my apartment, they have a thing where you can wash your car for free. And so initially, I had went to the gym because I'm wearing my Fitbit, and I've been doing really good with this shit. Like, my goal is 8,000 steps, and I'm so ADD. I can feel myself going in like 4 different directions, but I'm going to try to stay focused. But in any case, so with this watch, it's really dope. I don't know if any of you have the watch or are considering the watch, or even know about the fucking watch. But in any case, I wanted something that was tailored specifically to fitness. So I didn't really want an Apple Watch because I have a phone already. So I didn't really need an Apple Watch. But not that there's anything wrong with it. So I went searching for something that was very specific. And I found this. Make a long story short, I've been doing pretty okay. I think they have it set for 10,000 steps. But I think I was kind of like, girl, 10,000 sounds like a lot. Especially for me to I just got it. So I think I took it down to 8,000. No, I did take it down to 8,000. And so I'm currently at 9,700. But the point was, I'm really trying to take this shit seriously, right? Went to the gym. After the gym, I drove to the little car wash. It was a nice Latina lady. And she was just so, she wasn't fly because of what her outfit was, but it was her aura. She was just, because I said, Miss, do you know if the pressure is good with the hose? And she said, what happened, Papa? It was just her whole way. I was like, oh, I like her. I don't even know this bitch, but I feel like I want to hit this blunt with her. Potentially pour her a nice drink. But I ain't sure if I want to waste my liquor on her. But I might let her take a hit. So anyway, she's sitting there. She was like, what you say, Papa? I said, how's the pressure like? And she was like, oh, it's amazing, Papi. Listen, I'm almost done with this. So, but I was like, nah, I was just trying to see if it was like how it works. And I was like, and is it free? Because I thought it was free, but I wasn't really sure because this is my first time taking it up there. She said it's free. I said, well, what's the time limit? She said, girl, there's no time limit. She said, the only thing I have to pay for is the vacuum. Long story short, I go to the O'Reilly's. I pick up my my supplies. Come back, and there's another girl there. I can't be mad. You snooze, you lose. But I parked my car, and then another girl pulled up. So I sat there for a second because I have Felice in the car. I sat there for a second. I said, now, should I just sit here? Because maybe he knows I'm sitting here because I'm waiting to get my car washed. I said, but he's kind of inching towards the back of this other bitch, so maybe I should let her know. So I opened up my door. I said, sir, are you about to wash your car? He said, I sure am. I said, well, I'm next in line, darling. So you'll be behind me. And the black man was like, ooh. He was like, all right. He literally said that to me. From the corner, he was like, all right, you're next. And he knew I was next because you saw me pull up and then park my car, girl. Don't make me hop up out of here and kick your ass. But my point is, I was like, in my mind, I was thinking, wouldn't it have been sickening if I had my 6-inch heels on and I told him the same thing but with heels on? That would change the whole dynamic. I probably would have to whoop his ass down if I had the shoes on. Because he probably would have been like, who's this faggot talking to me like he crazy with these pumps on, girl? And I'm like, okay, it's time for Captain Planet because this bitch is about to try my gangster. So let me go ahead on and hold on a second, sir. I got you. One moment. Let me go in my trunk. Boop. Pull it open, girl. Where's my... No, not my bat. That's the wrong event. Don't want that. Where is my crowbar? Because I'm about to crack this bitch. And that's just the whole long and short of it. Especially if he would have gave me an attitude. He kind of had an attitude, but it wasn't like a horrible attitude. But it was like, kind of like, oh, he was a little shocked that I addressed him. But I mean, in life, that's what you got to, you guys. You have to. You have to. Because if you don't speak up for yourself, 9 times out of 10, motherfuckers won't speak up for you. That's just the truth. And it's like, I remember when I was younger, I used to romanticize humanity. And what I'm learning is, what you find is you have pockets of good people. So in other words, in my mind, I feel like this is my pocket with you guys. Like, these are good people. These are genuine people. These are cool people. But that's not how the world is. Outside of Patreon, outside of our community here, the tribe, the posse, outside of this, I feel like you step into the real world and it'd be bullshit. Like, oh, just when I was thinking that humans were good, I realized it's not humans, it's just certain pockets of humanity. But I think overall, people are just full of it. Full of it. There was, when I went to O'Reilly's, this white dude came in with these 2 white chicks. And it was a black guy, which I was very surprised to see the black man working at O'Reilly's. Because anytime I go into Miss O'Reilly's, girl, she only has white girls there, but that's fine. So I was like, ooh, come through, black girl, you slipped through the cracks. But then I saw that he was trying to make the white girls laugh. So I was like, oh, now I see why you got in, girl, because you're the clown. Because he was like, he was really laying it on thick, too. I can't remember what he was talking about, but whatever it was, I was like, girl, okay. Because he was going, it felt like maybe he had gone into an impression. Maybe he was doing an Eddie Murphy impression, and the white girls were just cackling, and I'm like, to be fair, maybe he's just a funny person. And that's just his personality, but I don't know. Maybe if there had been like a Latino person there, or just another person who wasn't white, I would have felt more better about it. Like, okay, maybe he's just this way, but for some reason it felt like, let me make you laugh so I can keep my job. I got people to feed at home, and like he was just like doing a little bit much. But that's okay, cause girl, it's your life. It's your life. It's now or never. Like, I had to pay it, so I had my utensils, and the white girls cut in front of me. I said, okay, girl, I'm gonna let these girls slide. I'm gonna let you live, because it looked like you just got finished smoking up some meth, girl. So, or bath salts. So, I ain't trying to trigger no shit that's gonna cause this bitch to lunge at me like Resident Evil. I ain't fucking with you, girl. Go ahead on, do your, I might have to bust her upside her head if she come too far in pocket. But, girl, she had all them things on her face. I said, girl, because if this bitch will claw at her face, I know she'll claw at mine. She up here gnawing at her hands and shit. Oh, okay. Like, there's a difference between biting your fingernails and altogether removing the finger. It's like, there is a difference. And I start to say it's a thin line. No, it's a thick, girl, it's about a mile wide. It's about a mile wide. But he rolled up in there looking dirty with his 2 homegirls. And they looked like they had just finished, smoking through a batch of marijuana. Or not marijuana, girl, I wish. Meth. Because, girl, if she had come in through with the blunt, she wouldn't have did what I was about to say she just did, girl. Which was, she came for the black girl. She was like, oh, my car is tripping. Can you check it and see why the what was it, the light is popping on? He said, well, have you driven her 50 miles or 100 miles? He was like, have you driven her 50 miles? Well, I'm not sure. Can you just come outside? Hold on. There's a protocol here. Have you driven her 50 miles? Now, the girls were trying to work with the black girl. But he was like, I'm sorry, ladies, back up. Can you just come out and check it? He said, well, sir, I can't do that for you on today. He said, okay, well, that's fine. AutoZone will. And girl, she stormed out. I said, oh. The bath salts will do to you each and every time. Because see what it was is she was disconnected from reality. And she thought that she was going to barge in there with 2 fingers chewed off, 3 in progress. The other one, girl, she just need to be reloaded. But the point is, you're coming in there looking all crazy, demanding shit for free. What? Okay, so she walked out, And I said, hi, how are you doing, sir? He said, I'm doing just fine. And he was so mad at her that he wasn't even ringing me up. Because he was like, I said, how you doing, sir? He was like, I'm fine. And then he started venting to the white girls. And see, here's the whole moral of the story, girl. Now, you know I love my white brothers and sisters and cousins. But, girl, some of our cousins are 3 times removed. They don't really fuck with you like that. They might see you at the family reunion, but even then it's very like, ooh, 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 ooh. Don't touch me. I don't really know you like that, girl. And actually, we're related through marriage. There's no real DNA there. But you were just kicking with these white girls 5 seconds ago. And you were getting your life and they were falling out 5 seconds ago. All of a sudden now, when you want some backup, you vent to them. You're like, can you believe him trying to tell me how to do my job? What on earth? They was like, it's paid. All of a sudden, they don't know him. And I'm like, okay. See, I know better. I know better. And when I say know better, what I mean is, when it comes to work colleagues, sometimes, or work friends, sometimes I feel like there are good people that you're gonna work with. Sure. But at the same time, the reason I got fired from PetSmart, let me tell you something. I don't know if I ever talked about this, but I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it now. Bitch, the reason I got fired was because there was this old black dude. Oh, dusty ass. He looked like he belonged. Like, he looked like he belonged in that apartment building that the Moving On Up people lived in. Was that the Jeffersons? Girl, you look like you belonged there. Like, he looked like a time capsule. And it wasn't even that he was super old. He wasn't even super old. He just looked dated. You ever see a bitch that just looked dated? Like, you see her, and it's not like Adita Von Teese dated, where it's like legendary dated. It's like, bitch, you look like Celie from Color Purple. Like, you got the apron, the whole Little House on the Prairie dress, the pickaninny braids, like, the whole thing. There's no excuse, bitch. There's no excuse. You know, there's some things I can fudge. Because, I mean, when it comes to fashion, what goes around comes around, right? Like, if it was hot once, it'll be hot again. But there's a difference between being vintage and being dated. Am I making sense? I don't know if it's this blunt or what, but how the fuck you gonna roll up in here thinking you serving me like vintage, but really you just look old and dusty? Like, I'm all for Goodwill, but I don't want to look like I shop at Goodwill. There's a difference. You gotta know what you're looking for, your body type, and it's a whole host of things that you have to look out for. But the point is, even when I was shopping at Goodwill, bitch, I didn't want to look like a Goodwill person. Like, I didn't want to show up and be like, oh, he went shopping at the Goodwill. Look like he just left the Goodwill. Some people look like they just left the Goodwill. And stop acting like it's just me. I know I'm not the only one. Y'all gonna sit here and pretend like when y'all like downtown and y'all see people walking past your face, you'll be like, oh, girl, that outfit, that's a Goodwill outfit. You don't ever notice? Okay, so it's just me. All right. It's just me, girl? Okay. Let's be clear, bitch. I was a Goodwill girl, too. And in fact, I'm still a Goodwill girl. Like, if I find a piece that I like, bitch, I'll buy it. I don't give a fuck where it comes from. The point is, don't buy a Goodwill t-shirt that look like it belonged to somebody else. Better still, don't buy no motherfucking shirt. And by the way, I don't understand why a bitch would donate a shirt with her name on it. Why would you donate that? Because now I'm walking around with a shirt that says Thomas on it, and everyone's like, oh, hey, Thomas, how you doing, sir? My name is not Thomas. Well, why are you wearing Thomas's shirt then? Well, it's not Thomas's shirt. It's actually mine. Wow, you're a little aggressive. I'm feeling a little tension here. I don't know how you went from ringing up my lettuce and fucking orange juice to suddenly now critiquing my fashions. Like, that's why you have to come correct. Because a bitch will try you at Kroger. For no goddamn reason. There's this one lady. And by the way, I know I'm being ADD today. But if there's something that I said that you were interested in my perspective, just bring it back around to me and I'll clock it. But there's this one lady at Kroger. First of all, there's a number of girls that I speak to every time I go in there. Just because I see them. It's my neighborhood store, my neighborhood market. When I go in there and I see them, I always, how you doing, Miss Such and Such? How you doing? I don't want to say the real names. Not that y'all would know, but how you doing, Jack? How you doing, Maria? You know what I'm saying? Like, you doing okay today? They treating you okay? Like, I always like to talk. But there's this black lady who one time, my partner and myself, we normally speak to her. But on this day, I don't know what happened. Either we didn't see her or maybe she was on the phone. Something occurred. But girl, she was not having it. How you doing, James, baby? Yeah, she was not having it, girl. Cause she was like, excuse me. You're not gonna just walk past me and not speak. I'm like, even though she was clocking me, it was kind of cool that she cared enough to even stop us to say that. Because, and it wasn't any shade at all. Like, she's an older black woman, really nice. She works in the flower department. And she's always very sweet. So it was no shade. I can't remember exactly what it was. Either I didn't see her or she was on the phone and I didn't want to interrupt her call, my partner and myself. And so when she did that in such a big way, she was like, because we was, the flowers, the yogurt and like healthy type shit, the healthy dressing and lettuce, blah, blah, blah. The bread all the way in the back. We was in the bread and she was screaming from the flowers to the bread. Excuse me. I know y'all not gonna just walk. I'm like, she is like for real right now. But I like her. I really like. What was the point of me bringing that up? There was a reason why I was talking about the market. What was I talking about? What was I talking about? Oh, wait, hold on now. Was that it? Who cares? Who cares, girl? There's so much for us to talk about. No tea. Let's get into some topical stuff. Now that my mind is actually getting to that point, let's get to some topical stuff. What do y'all think about what's going on with this whole Donald Trump situation? What are y'all thinking about that? Before I go in, I want to know what y'all think first. I'm pretty sure I know what y'all think, but I still want to just ask the question. You were telling us you got fired. Oh, yeah, PetSmart. Okay, so type about Trump while I tell you the story about PetSmart. And then I'll read the comments and then I'll get back to, and then I'll finish it with what I think about it. So what happened was there was this black guy. He was an older, can y'all believe I started talking about him? And then what it was, I talked about how he looked dated. And then I went all the way from that to Goodwill to Kroger. Wow. My partner says, oh, you know how to jump from one conversation to the next. It's true. I know it's true. And I get it honest. My dad's the same way. No shade. But that's fine. So he was an older black dude. He was dated. And, make a long story short, we were working late one night together. Closing, actually. And what had happened was some kind of way, I would speak to him, but it was always like very short, like, hi, I'm bi type shit. It was never nothing that was really, we never had an in-depth conversation ever up until this night. And he was sharing some of his personal shit with me. And so I felt safe to share some of my personal stuff with him. And so some kind of way I said, I'm an artist, blah, blah, blah. He said, oh, what do you do? I said, well, it's kind of hard because I knew he was older. So maybe he knows about social media, but he might not know what being a vlogger is, or he may not know. So I was kind of like, well, it's kind of hard to explain because, I do a lot of things. It's not one thing or the other. I do music. I do, the whole thing. When you're trying to explain to someone what you do who has no idea what you do. So he was like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. Is there a way for me to find you? Right then, I should have just zipped it. I should have gave him something where he couldn't find me. I don't know what I should have said. But for whatever reason, I felt comfortable. Like I felt safe telling him what I told him. And maybe a week from that point is when I got fired. And I know it had to have been, he probably looked me, because I told him how he could find me. He clearly had to have looked me up. And when he looked me up, maybe he saw, because at that point, I'm sure the PetSmart videos were like newer. Like they probably, maybe I did it maybe a few weeks or a month before, who knows. But the point is, he probably went on there and quickly, early on, saw, oh, he did a video about working here. And maybe when I clocked the girl who I was clocking, Miss Thing with the pigeon over top of her head, looking like Johnny Depp in Lone Ranger. And the gag was, girl, Johnny was actually giving me an effect. Girl, you didn't. You just look crazy. But I digress. The point is, I told him, and I think he probably saw the video and was like, oh, I'm going to report him because he's talking hella shit, and I'm going to report him. And then when they saw it, then they did what they did, and you obviously know the rest. But he's the one who turned me in. He had to have been. How did they find me? What would make them even look into me? Because the time for you to look into me is before you give me the job. Once I have the job, why would you be going into my social media at that point? You see what I'm saying? So it had to have been, we had a connection. I told him, and then how to find me and what it was that I was doing. And then he went on, watched it, and then gave it to them and reported it to them. So, you know what, Stefan? I don't know what he would gain, but you know what? It was my gain. Wow. Ooh, I just got to chill. Ooh. I don't know if it's the weed or am I really going through something? Because, girl, let me tell you something that occurred to me that never occurred to me until this very second. Do you see how the universe works? I don't know why it took me until this very second to connect what I'm about to connect. But it's like, if I had, and you would know what's crazy. Oh my God, I'm getting a motherfucking chill. The night I worked with him, I switched shifts. I switched. Or was it that, or did I maybe I didn't switch. Maybe it got switched some kind of way. All I know is I wasn't supposed to be there that night. And I was aggravated because I don't like having to close. I really don't like really, I just like showing up and everything's already done. Let's be realistic. Like, I don't want to open and I want to do the morning task and I don't want to do the night task. It's too goddamn much. Especially when you're working at PetSmart and you walk up in there and the first thing she's telling you first thing in the morning, okay, so first we need you to pick up all the dead fish, scoop up all the dead fish. Then we want you to make sure that you scoop up all the dead crickets out of the bucket. Then we want you to feed all the random animals that you have no interest in, but somehow have to put your hand in their habitat. I don't want to do it. Okay? I want to get there and all the work's already done. And you want to know what else? Not only do I want it to be done, but I don't want, because listen, I used to hate when people were like, oh, sir, and what's crazy is, why y'all got me doing this? I'm not a real animal expert. So why am I doing all the shit that a person who seems like a person who is an expert will be doing that? Like, how am I assisting people with animals that I have no idea about? Yes. Hi. Can I pull you, sir? Thank you so much. I'm looking at the Reptile 3000 pellets. Now, can you tell me the difference between Reptile 3000 and Reptile 2000? I heard, like, and I'm thinking, bitch, ma'am, you got the wrong one. I couldn't tell you the first goddamn thing. You asking me, I've been done served you a chlorine pallet, bitch. I don't know what I'm giving you. Because I've been done pulled the bag of food, and it's not food, it's actually poison, bitch, if you're trying to get rid of some shit. Okay? Don't ask me no shit about a snake. I don't know. Well, sir, I'm wondering, is it better for me to buy a live mouse or a dead one? Buy both, girl. Buy both and return the one that didn't work out. I don't know what you want. What do you want from me? Because when they will come asking me questions, I'm like, okay. All right, girl. And they were like, well, girl, just make it up. Just bullshit them. I'm like, I couldn't do it, girl. I couldn't do that. I said, listen, you have such a beautiful aura. Let me start there. This point of reference. Beautiful spirit. Remember that when I tell you what I'm about to say. I have no clue. No clue. Because I have a dog and 2 cats. 2 dogs, or I guess at that point it was Tamaya and and our other cat. Okay, so 2 cats, 1 dog. I would have no clue. I don't know. I just don't know. Oh, you know what? I never finished the Greyhound story. And you know what? Okay, now I have the Greyhound story that's open. My epiphany that I had that's still open. Just don't let me forget, because I know that I'm going to forget. So just keep me honest. Remind me if I forget, and then we'll get to it. But In any case, yeah, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And I used to hate when customers would be like, can you help me get a fish? Anytime they would ask me about those goddamn fish, I would hope that the fish, it was one of the small fish. Because by the time they started talking about the bigger koi fish, ooh, girl. Ooh, I hated it. Ooh, I hated it. Because sometimes when the koi fish are big enough to hop out of the net as you're trying to put it into the bag for this bitch to take home. So one time I was grabbing a fish and she hopped out of the bag or hopped out of the net. And I was like, I need somebody help me because I'm not grabbing this fish with my hand to put her in this bag, girl. I was screaming like, I need some help. Hello? Because, girl, this fish is fixing to die. She's been out here for about 5 seconds. She's damn near dead. Hello? Like, what you want from me? Like, girl, I tried, girl. That's all I can do is try. Just like when she had me in that cage with that goddamn bird that I clearly tell her I was uncomfortable with. Oh, girl, I believe in you. Well, bitch, I don't believe in myself. Sorry. That never-ending story bullshit is not going to work on me. Okay? You think just because you're giving me a compliment, that's going to change my mind? Oh, girl, I have faith. Okay, great. So do I, in my car, in my CD player. Move the fuck along. I need some assistance, so stop trying to gas me up, because I'm not a basic bitch. Because see, a basic bitch would be like, you believe in me? For real? Wait, you have faith? Maybe I can't do this. Maybe. If you... Michael told you, I believe me, so you believe in you. That's the operative word. So you believe in you. I don't give a fuck about what you think about me. Because if you said to me, oh, I trust you to do open heart surgery, I believe. Just do what feels right. I trust you. You've always had a way about knowing where things go. You know what I'm saying? Your feng shui. Yeah. Like you've always had a way with that. So girl, go ahead, let have. Because bitch, at the end of the day, I know you're not going to fuck me up. Okay. Well, so Chandra, let's start with this. Thank you for your, I don't know where all this confidence came from, but thank you for your belief in me. But I have to be real, girl. We have to I know you don't have no insurance, but we have to take you to the hospital. Because the bottom line is I'm going to kill you. That's just the whole bottom line. And then at the end of the day, something that started innocent enough, you have a heart condition, you believe in me, and some kind of way you gassed me up, and now I'm cutting there's blood on my hands literally, or your chest is open, there's a heart beating, I don't know what's going on. Okay, now you're dead, and I'm in jail. So I don't see how this works out well for any of us in the equation. You know what I mean? Now it'd be just my luck to be with a bitch that's stupid enough to get angry because I'm telling her that I don't want to kill her. Okay, see what I mean, bitch? I can't ever get my way. I don't ask you for nothing up in this motherfucker. Did I ask when I was stranded? Did I call you? Okay, I'm asking you for one motherfucking thing. You can't do it for me. And you sitting there like, sweetie, I work at McDonald's. I've never performed open heart surgery. I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, I don't even know how we went on that tangent. What it is I love y'all, and I've been hitting this blunt. So, girl, I'm serving this plate to you, girl. The delivery is always going to be sublime. And she's going to always be on time. It serves what it serves. You want to know what's so funny? It's so interesting to me. Let me tell y'all something else. Here's another random thing that I'm thinking. You know how all these celebrities be like, oh, I was sleeping on the train and in walked Spike Lee, and before you knew it, I was starring in Crooklyn. Okay. You know how they be telling them bullshit stories that they know they made up? Okay. When I was younger, this is so funny to me. I don't know if I've ever talked about this, but I find this to be so hilarious when I think about it. Just the genuine nature of my logic or my psyche at that point. It was like, I really believed that at that time. But I remember when I would catch the bus to go to the park or whatever, because I really, especially when I was younger, like I wasn't old enough to do anything for real. So it was like I would go to the park and just like do nothing. And do nothing just because I knew it was the gay area, so I felt like it was a safe area. But at the same time, it's like I don't got no coins. I can't buy lunch. Like I'm just in the hot sun, no beverage. Like bitch, I at least should have brought Fucking water bottles. Use my brain. But the point is, so I used to, when I would go, as I'm walking to the park, and even while I was in the park and going back to the train, going home, as I'm walking, I'll be thinking, maybe somebody will see me. And maybe Oprah will see me. Randomly. Randomly. Just for no reason in Atlanta, just driving, just cruising. And say, you want to know what, young man? You have an interesting look. I'd love for you to host my show one good time. Just one good time. I'm curious. I was thinking somebody that I want to pluck somebody from the audience, but why not you? You should host the Oprah show. And if it goes well, you get your own show. And boom, I'm a star. Like, I used to think, like, random shit like that. Like, if I walk just the right way, somebody's going to notice me. I'm going to get discovered. Girl! These girls they could take me then, they can't take me now, girl. But the difference is, isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting how we do that? Because for those of you who did make the show, somebody in the audience is saying that they did that too. I'm telling you, that's the reason. Let me tell you the reason why. That's why I don't like these fake stories, and this is the reason why I always come for the girls when I think the stories are fake. Because I know how I was as a child. I was very impressionable, and instead of me, I was wasting my time doing that. I was really wasting my time because the reality is, that's not how it happens. And if it does happen, that's the exception. That's not the rule. The majority of the girls that get discovered are not getting discovered because they were randomly eating Panda Express in the goddamn mall. Now, if you get discovered in the mall, it's going to be because you are strikingly beautiful, and it's probably going to be for modeling. Maybe. I can maybe see that. But in terms of, you think what? You think you walk in from the train to the park, somebody's going to see you and be like, here's the new star. Here's our new leading man for Star Wars. Here it is. New leading lady for Star Wars. New leading lady for Planet of the Apes. Like, girl, get out of here. If anything, she may stick you in the back to peel a banana. Put on a mask. You don't even know who the fuck you are. You're like, oh my God, you guys, you got everybody paying all this money to watch this motherfucking movie in 3D, no less. In 3 motherfucking D. Just so we can see your ass dressed up in costume. I didn't even know which one was you. Cause you like, oh my God, okay, my scene is coming up, y'all. Shh, 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 shh. Quiet. Dang, I'm coming up. And everybody's all quiet, waiting with anticipation, like, okay, where you at, girl? I'm right there. You don't see me? It's not just me, right? Like, y'all don't know where she is either, right? Okay. Girl, where are you? Where the fuck are you? I'm monkey number 3 off to the left peeling the banana. Okay. Okay, I guess. How do you respond to that? Because you don't want to, like, downplay it, because it's kind of a big deal. But your monkey doesn't even have a name, girl. You're monkey number 3. Oh, no, girl. Oh, no. You had a whole viewing party to be monkey number 3? Now, I can maybe see if you was a zombie in Walking Dead. At least we can kind of see your face. But there's a whole process. Okay, well, congratulations, girl. I'm glad I bought a $50 bottle of wine to celebrate this moment. I'm kidding. If you was in the Planet of the Apes, regardless, that's kind of a big deal. No shade. No tea, you guys. I've been considering getting back into. I say getting back in like I was ever like there officially. Let me correct myself. I'm considering trying my hand at stand-up comedy again. Oh no. Last time I went, it was so horrible, you guys. Oh my God. It was so horrible. So horrible. For my first performance doing it, it was it went as bad as it could go. Like, as bad as it could go, it got worse. Like, however you think it went, it was worse. Like, first of all, let me tell you what happened. Well, they laughed at first. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what happened. So, right from the beginning, the comedians wanted me to fail because they discovered my YouTube. Because, remember I had did that video where I was like, oh, I'm gonna be performing at whatever the place, Laughing Skull. I'm gonna be there, so if you want to come. Which I can't even believe I was that liberal. Normally, I'm more protective about stuff like that. Like, if somebody don't like me, now they know exactly where I'm gonna be at exactly the time. But, in any case, I did the video. And there was another guy who, well, there's a lot of people, but there was this one person who was there the night that I was performing. I think he works there, but he's also a comedian. And so when I came to sign up, like to sign myself in, he said to me, oh, I saw you. He was like, I was trying to look up my stand-up act on YouTube, but when I searched for my stand-up act, your video popped up first. So he was kind of hating on me like, you think you cute on YouTube. Let's see how you are in real life. Because this is a totally different thing. And he is right. It is totally different. But that's not the reason why I bombed it. The reason why I bombed it is because I wasn't being me. That's the reason why it didn't work. It would have worked if I would have just did what I do. But because I felt like it was a new thing for me, I psyched myself out and I started doing too much research. I should have just went up there and did what I do. But what I did was, prior to my performance, I went onto YouTube. And while I was on YouTube, hey, baby, by the way, if there's anybody that has joined and I haven't acknowledged you, hey, Stephen, baby, if I haven't already acknowledged you. And if I did, much love. There's never too much. You know what I'm saying? Although, ask the Spice Girls and she'll say, too much of something. So I guess it can be too much, but I think we're in that safe area. But in any case, so what it was for me is I went on and I said, okay, so I know how to tell stories, but I don't know how to build a stand-up act. Because when I come on YouTube and I'm telling stories of my life, that's just me talking. Like, that's not like stand-up comedy. That's just me talking. Or at least that's how I saw it at that time. I'm like, and I said, and don't comedians make stories up? So I'm like, let me study how they make these stories up so I can do it that way. I changed my whole thing. It wasn't even me. It was like I was trying to do stand-up comedy instead of me just getting up there telling stories that end up being funny, I guess. Like, it's like, okay, bitch, like, if you tell this story, girl, the girls will get into this plate. But the problem is, girl, the plate you served wasn't what they was asking for. It was like, it was too rigid. And then when I got there, I was thinking to myself, it's all white girls. It's Indian and white girls up in here. Like, that was the majority of the girls that came the night that I was performing. It was Indian and white girls. And I'm thinking, they ain't gonna understand my flavor. Then I probably shouldn't curse. Like, I was too in my head. You know what I'm saying? So when I got up there, first of all, the host was a gay queen. And she was not funny. Okay? But what it was is, I think maybe that day, gay marriage in Georgia had just happened. So that all happened around the same day. Yes, Jumbo. Yes, Jumbo. You better come through. I love y'all, sidebar. I fucking love you guys. But I digress. So it was this white queen who was not funny. She has what I like to, okay. This is just my own opinion. You can feel free to disagree. But I feel like white comedians have a different tone than black comedians. I mean, some people may feel like it's all the same thing, and let me be clear, white comedians can make me laugh. I just finished watching, what is this, Joe Mendez on Netflix? And I thought he had moments that actually made me like giggle, made me laugh a little bit. Okay. Ellen, even though I don't like her like that, her stand-up, the HBO special she did was fucking hilarious to me. Robin Williams, he did one that I thought was hilarious. Who's another one? George Carlin is funny too, but in a different way. He makes me laugh, and the laughter I get from her is different than the other white girls. It's like her laughter is intellectual for me. Because he be saying some real thoughtful shit in a funny way. I don't know if that makes sense. But in any case, yeah, it's just their whole way is different. So he was telling them jokes in a white person's tone, but it was the way he was saying it wasn't funny. So I'm like, it's bland and it's not funny. Or I'm not gonna say bland because I'm not saying white girls are bland with their comedy. I'm just saying, y'all know what I'm trying to say. It's this weed that got me fucked up. But the point is, for me, he just wasn't funny. But it wasn't just me because nobody was laughing. And so he had told a joke and I even though it wasn't funny, it made sense. So I laughed, even though it wasn't funny. Because I felt like, bitch, I'm gay, you're gay. It's the sisterhood of the fucking traveling pants up in here. Gay marriage just went through. Oh, fucking happy day. So I was going to let my sister drown. But see how some of our white brothers and sisters and cousins do us? Because see, I laughed at this queen's joke. I almost called her the F word. And I actually don't mind saying the F word because I feel like that's a particular type of gay person. And she was the gay person that I'm describing. So I almost called this bitch the F word, but that's fine. So anyway, I'm the only bitch in the motherfucking building laughing at your boring ass. And this queen gonna turn around and turn her set on me. Cause she was like, oh, sounds like there's another gay girl in the house. Girl, sit down and shut up. Or something she was saying. Where it was a joke, but it was also rude. And I'm thinking, I'm like, bitch, I laughed at your corny ass. And you gonna turn around and try to come for me? Girl, I almost chucked my damn drink at this bitch. I almost chucked my drink at her. I said, I can't believe her. I can't believe her. And so now I'm in my head like, oh, I'm going to get her. In my head, I'm like, when the show starts, I'm going to get her. And so, but once he called my name, I said, oh, okay. She had a shirt with the cat on it, with the kitten on it, right? And I can't remember exactly what I said, but I said something like, yeah, you better run, bitch. I said, you wore the perfect shirt. Because you's a pussy, bitch. You's a pussy. Now, that was just me talking. And that had the girls laughing. When I came up there and read her, they was laughing. Right after I said that joke is where the ship exploded. Fuck sinking. At least the Titanic, some people were able to get off the boat. On my boat, there was a gas leak. Totally different. It's a totally different situation. So the shit just exploded. From the time that I told that joke and then went into that shit that I had constructed in my mind. And here's the thing about it. The bit that I put together was a real story for me, but I set it up with like specific punchlines. Whereas in my real life, when I'm telling a story, the punchlines just come out. Instead, I had it in my head where I rehearsed it. I knew where the punchlines were going. I had a little dancing bit in there. Like I had so much going on. Okay. And so right after I told the joke, right after I had told the joke about the queen who was wearing the cat on her shirt, I was like, yeah, you better run. Cause bitch, the shirt, da-da-da-da. And everybody was laughing and I had them in the palm. I felt it. It was dead after that. It was dead in the water. Because what happened was I went into this girl. Now, remember I told you in the beginning. I feel like my life needs to be a motherfucking TV show. Because even as I'm talking about this, it's like I'm seeing the episode. I'm seeing the episode. Because let me tell you what happened. So remember in the beginning, I told y'all the night I performed was Indian. It was majority Indian and white girls. So the story that I decided that I was going to pull from my real life but turn it into a bit was the story of Sanjay Gupta. And I threw in some white jokes about how the white girls will be tripping on all the programs that they have to help you pay your bill, like your student loans back. I said they probably would look at it like food stamps and like, welfare and try to like make it to where you go to jail if you can't pay it all up front. And I had like bits about that. White girls, Indian girls, white girls, Indian girls. And I said, no, I spent all this time building this story with the punchlines and all that. I have to do my bit. Instead of jumping ship is what I should have did, because that was the iceberg, or that was the gas. I smelt it. That's what's so crazy, because I'm like, okay, Indian white girls. My jokes are about Indian and white girls. This is not the right room, but girl, I smell the gas. Because I thought it was a barbecue going on, but I don't smell food. I smell gas. What's really going on? So instead of me actually trying to clear it out, I said, well, let me take one for the team. Took this blunt and said, boom! And was dead in the water from that point moving forward. I threatened somebody in the audience. I remember I threatened somebody to physically assault them. Girl, it was horrible. Because it was this guy with his girlfriend. And he had said something to me. He was like a jock. Right? This is one of the white guys. And he had said something like, get off the stage, or whatever he said. Maybe it wasn't that. But whatever it was, he was heckling me. And it was crazy. Because when I was watching YouTube, like watching all these like scenarios with comedians, they talked about heckling. And I had actually spoke to my father before I hit the stage. And he told me about heckling. He said, now, if somebody heckles you, just, you know how, you're of me. So you know how to handle it. You know how to handle it. No, I didn't. Because I didn't know how to handle it. Because what happened was, when he came for me, girl, I went from 0 to 60. Sure did. He said something to me. I said, Miss Thing, you might want to hush. I said, because girl, I know this is a comedy show, but it can go from a comedy to a goddamn horror in 5 seconds, bitch. It can go from a comedy to a goddamn thriller in 2 seconds, bitch. I literally said to her something like, don't make me get off this stage and peel your wig back, because I'm good for it, honey. You don't know where I come from. And I'm already sitting up here mad at myself because these jokes aren't funny. You know what I'm saying? Or it's not even so much that they're not funny. It's the wrong room. And even if I was going to do the bit, I should have did the bit my way. Because I tried to water it down and I was trying not to curse. And because I saw there were Indians and white girls there, I felt like maybe they would be offended. Even though I'm very careful not to be malicious when I'm talking about any group of people. And when it's comedy, you know that comedians have carte blanche to talk about more sensitive topics. So in my mind, I felt like, well, they shouldn't take it personal. They came to a comedy show. But I feel like some people are going to take it that way no matter what. And for my first show, I really just didn't know how to deal with all the things I was thinking, like, how are they going to take it? The queen before just came for me and I had to read her. And I hate that because I feel like we should stand together, but this bitch has caused me to hit her with a billy club. And, you know, okay. And then 3 girls that knew me for my work showed up. So now I'm thinking, oh my God, they came to see me, and girl, this performance is a hot turd. So I was just thinking too much. So when she came to me, I said, girl, don't make me come down there and peel your wig back. I was reading her. I was like, girl, I said, this can go from 0 to 60, girl. I said, you better sit down and hush until my 5 minutes is up. And then when I get off the stage, girl, you can say whatever you'd like. I said, but you will never win when I have a microphone. Bitch, you can't win. And that's no matter who the person is. You will never win. A bitch is, if you're reading somebody and they have the microphone, you don't, you've already lost the battle. Even if your reads are cuter, unless you can talk over the microphone, you will have lost the battle. Because even if your read was cute, nobody heard it. Nobody heard it. And all they heard was this bitch laying into you, bitch. She got in her car, put the key in the ignition, hit the gas, and leveled your ass. She floored you. That's what she did, girl. You're dead. And you're going to be sitting there like, but her jokes, her reads weren't even cute, girl. They weren't even cute. Don't matter. Doesn't matter. So I'm like, but the gag was, though, I'm legendary mother. So I have the mic and I have the apparatus. Like I told her, sit down and shut the fuck up until my 5 minutes are over. And then at the end, I gave a monologue about Lauryn Hill. Oh my God. That tape is floating around somewhere because I paid $15 to get a DVD of my performance that I never picked up because I was like, I can't. I just left it there because I don't even know if to this day I will watch that. But then again, maybe it's the funniest thing ever. Who knows? It's either super fucking funny or like cringeworthy. Because I'm trying to think, if this were a TV show and I saw that play out, I'll be on the floor like, bitch, how are you going to be on the stage threatening people, bitch? And then I went, and oh my God, the Lauryn Hill. So let me tell you, I went to this. It's just crazy. It's just crazy because, bitch, I was like, letting have. You said time to do some stuff. Girl, it probably is on the internet. I don't see how it wouldn't be because that was such a huge bomb. I don't see how it wouldn't be on the internet. Maybe they just didn't know how to title it the right way, and it only has like 3 views on it. But so here's what I said. So I was like, I think you all should know. I think you all should know that Lauryn Hill got booed off the Showtime at the Apollo, and look how she turned out. Not the old Lauryn, not the new Lauryn that we got today. I'm talking about, now I'm trying to specify the Lauryn Hill that I'm going to actually be. I'm not going to be the one that she is today. I'm going to be the one somewhere in the middle. Because she got booed off the stage. And they was looking like, sweetheart, we don't even know who the fuck Lauryn Hill is, sir. We don't even know who she is. Okay. So you can take that shit. Okay, and get the fuck up off this goddamn stage. Okay. For the rest of the night, I was so apologetic to the girls that showed up. I was like, girl, I'm so sorry that you came and saw that display. Oh my God. Now that queen with the glasses and that kitten on his shirt, I saw her outside. She is so lucky. Let me tell you why she's lucky. See, I'm that black person, and I'm not saying that this is right, because sometimes I feel bad that I think this way, because I don't think it's right that I should have to feel this way, but I'm just being real with y'all. I'm that black person that everywhere I go, I always over tip. And on the receipts, that when they bring me my receipt and leave it to where I can tip, I over tip and I always leave a kind note. Now, even if I didn't think the way I'm about to tell you guys how I think, I would still leave a decent tip, like a good tip, what you deserve. And I probably would still leave a note, but I wouldn't feel the need to go over and above to leave, thank you, your service was so, like, maybe I would just say thank you so much and a happy face. But sometimes I go into, the service was amazing, thank you so much, it was so great, being served by you, thank you so much, and I'll put a smiley face and a heart, like just going way over the top. And then on a plate that might have cost me $15, I'll tip $10. And I know the reason why I do that is because people don't expect black people to tip. I don't know where that came from. And maybe it's true. I don't know. But I just know that I've heard it enough times that it stuck with me to where I feel like I don't want people looking at me like they don't want to serve me because they don't think I'm going to pay them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like in my mind, I go into it knowing like, I try to be like extra smiley. So number one, you see I'm friendly. You don't have to be afraid. Number one. Then number two, I'm going to pay you. Like I'm going to tip you well. And now, like the girls where I go, they know who I am. And they always are very happy to help me because they know I'm a good tipper. But it's just crazy to me. It's just crazy that in my mind, I feel I have to do so much just to kind of be like acceptable. I don't even know if that's making sense. I feel like it's making sense, but it's halfway making sense because it's making halfway sense, but then the other half is not because of the weed. That's what I think is going on. But anyway, when I saw him outside, I wanted to punch him in his motherfucking face. Because why would you saw that you were drowning, and I was just trying to support you and laugh at your corny joke. And you're going to turn around and make the rest of your set about me? And it was the way he was coming at it. It wasn't even like in a funny way. It was like in a mean way. It was almost like these are straight people that if I make fun of him, like they're going to think it's funny because they're straight. That this gay guy is telling off another gay guy. Like, you kind of would have to have been there to kind of know the vibe that I'm trying to describe. But it really left a sour taste in my mouth. And when I saw him out in the streets, I wanted to just bop him. Because how dare you? You know what I mean? Like, this is my first time doing this. And you're going to, like, start my first time off with, like, shade? And when I watch TV, they always make it seem like comedians are so friendly. Like, oh, it's a brother and sisterhood, like the camaraderie. And maybe that's true once you get to a certain level. But I didn't experience that. I got shade right from the door when I was signing in because the guy was jealous that he was trying to look for his video and my video popped up first. And I wasn't even doing stand-up. I was simply talking about to do stand-up. Like I was talking about doing it, not actually doing it. And he couldn't take it. So right from the beginning, he was like, oh, I can't wait to see your set. Let's see how you do. Like it wasn't like in a good way. Like, ooh, I hope you do well. It was like shady. You know what I'm saying? I'll speak to a manager if service was not acceptable. Be pretty or be petty and tip extra to the runner. Ooh, okay. You said we supposed to be. You said you should have drugged and dragged his ass. You said I never wanted to be viewed that. Well, let me scroll up. You do that too? Yeah, it's just crazy, Brianna. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. It's just motherfucking crazy. But yeah, I've been kind of getting the bug. Like, ooh, it's in my system, bitch. I'm sick with it. Like, bitch, I feel like I want to go back and try it one more time. But then I start having flashbacks, like PTSD. Like I'm back on that stage again, and I'm clutching the microphone, seeing how I could turn it into a weapon. I can bop him or I can strangle him, which is quicker. You know what I'm saying? I started having flashbacks to that queen on stage, and now I'm mad at myself because I didn't actually beat her down how I wanted to. And she was so puny too. I'm like, bitch, you coming for me, girl. You are the wrong tree, girl. The wrong tree. I remember this one time I had gone to this bar. And it was so funny. It was like karaoke night or some shit. It was like a contest they were doing. But it was some type of singing-based contest. And this is when I had my scooter. Just a point of reference so you know how long ago it was. Had my scooter. I can't believe I rode that goddamn scooter all the way downtown and into this area. I can't believe I did that. I can't believe that slow ass goddamn scooter. Wow. Anyway, I may need to take a Benadryl, bitch, because I ate something new, and bitch, all of a sudden my feet are starting to itch, bitch. Girl, I'm like, Miss Thing, baby. Am I allergic? You want to know what it might be too? No tea? Y'all know it's certain rubbers and latexes that I can't wear now. And so I need to change the bands on my Fitbit. Ooh, shit, I didn't know. Oh, if I tap it like... I just learned something new. If I do this, it goes to the next screen. Okay. This weed got me so geeked. It got me so geeked. But anyway, so what was I just talking about? Fuck. Okay, I don't know if that's what I was just talking about, but that's where I'll pick up. No tea, I think I'm going to try it again. I do think I want to try it again. I think so. I mean, I'm trying to... I just don't want to get there and feel like I have to water myself down. That's the only thing. I don't want to get there and feel like I have to water. Oh, I saw the scooter. Or I had gone to this bar. Okay, so I had gone to this bar. I was on my scooter. Or rode there on my scooter. And they were doing some type of karaoke-based competition. And what had happened was at the end, there was this gay guy that I'm trying to think, he thought I was cute is what I think it was. And he was kind of cute too. But I think he thought I was cute, so we walked out together. And there was something happening with a group of white girls. And what? Oh, I know what it was. So the white girl who won, the black guy that I was with was like, girl, she is not, girl, her fans, like her friends are the reason why she won. Because I think they did it like Apollo style. So really, you don't have to be that talented to win. You don't even have to be the most talented. Like as long as you bring more people, you can win. So he was like, girl, he was not all that. He could not really sing. And girl, she looks like Gollum from Lord of the Rings. And she kind of did. Astaghfirullah. She really kind of did. Astaghfirullah. The reason why it was funny to me though is because Gollum had a bad attitude. Like I can't remember what he was going off about, but I remember hearing him in that little group in the parking lot. Like he was I could see him in the corner, like going off, and like I could tell he was the leader of his group of friends. And so anyway, one of the white girls who was walking past us, who was one of his friends, went back to him and told the white girl what the black girl had said. And so, honey, the white girl was like, excuse me, sweetie. Excuse me. I heard that you thought that I was not supposed to win. Is that how you feel? Is that how you felt? And the black girl was like, Who told you that? She said, what difference does it matter? She said, is that how you felt? Is that how you felt? She said, okay, yes, that is exactly how I felt. Bitch, I don't think you're that talented. And I feel like it's because you have all your girlfriends is the reason why you won. And she said, and then they told me that you said I look like Gollum. She said, because bitch, you do look like Gollum. And the white girl went to hit her, the black girl. And when I tell you black girl wore her out, oh my God. She hit her in her face. She went flying across somebody's trunk, the trunk of somebody's car. Then she proceeded to go over to the ground and she fell. She fell out. She fell out onto the parking lot, on the pavement. Girl, she went over there. She started pounding this bitch in her face. All of a sudden, all her friends, oh my God, this is so ghetto. We don't do this in this area. We do not do this. This does not happen in this area. Okay? This is not how we do things. Then this fat white girl, or was the white man, here he come. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I need you to wait here. I am an off-duty police officer, and I need you to wait here. Now he's all of a sudden on his phone, the white girl who, okay, did you not see this bitch lunge at her and hit her first? Here he go. Oh, I need you to stay there, sir, because you are going to jail today. I am an off-duty police officer. Wait there, sir. Please do not move. Miss Thing, the black girl, she was like, sweetheart, you're real cute. I like you. You have my number. I'm out of here. Girl, she hopped in her car with her girlfriends and they was zoom, zoom, zoom. Let my heart go boom. Supernova girl. Like, they was out the parking lot. And then he was like, oh, then the white man looked at me and was like, oh, sir, I need you to wait. The police are on their way. I need you to wait. You are a witness. I said, girl, bye. I hopped on my scooter and I booked it. Sure did. Booked it. Cause bitch, why would I wait? Why would I wait? No, did I ever tell this story on YouTube? I don't know why I never told this motherfucking story. Cause that shit was a turd. That was a turd. It was a turd. Because I was like, fuck you. I'm going home like Cartman. Because the bottom line is this bitch wouldn't be laid out if she wouldn't have been trying to fight with her in the first place. Because she was mad because her messy ass girlfriend was like, oh, they're talking about you, those two Negroes over there. Yeah, they're talking shit. Hella shit, girl. And they said that you're not talented and you should have won. And if we weren't here, that, you know, you would have lost and you look like Gollum. Girl, the reality was she didn't care about that contest. It was the Gollum that sold her. By the time she probably got to Gollum, that's when she said, oh, I'm sorry. Did you have something to say about me? I heard that you were talking and you had a lot to say. You felt that I should have won? Is that correct? Did I hear that correctly? Girl, you walked up there like you was Sammy Sosa. You thought you was about to hit a home run. And girl, you just got hit. And you got laid out. You got laid out. And for all the shit you was talking, you at least should have been able to absorb that first punch. Because the way you talking is like you're a fighter, girl. Like you're used to fighting girls. Not with that mouthpiece. But I said that only to say, sometimes with the white girls, see how ADHD I am? I can't believe I told that whole story just to make one point. Wow. I said all that to say this. The white guy, when he was trying to come for me, and once I started coming for him, and he was all scared, I said that to say, they have a different way of fighting. Not all white people, because white people physically get into altercations too. Let me be very clear. But I'm saying, generally speaking, I feel like white people will like, if they get to screaming, it's like a fight. It's like, Shelly, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm done. I just can't. I won't. Well, girl, it is what it is, girl. It's gonna be what it is. Well, okay. Well, you're hurting the kids. You're only hurting the kids. Okay. Well, if you want to be that way, be that way. But I'm standing in my truth. I can't do it anymore. That's a fight. That's a fight. In a black household, girl, black girls is kind of like, bitch, I heard that you was fucking my man. Who's your man? Carlos? Oh, yeah, Carlos. He got some good dick, don't he? Pop! Bitch, let go! Now they try to break up the fight. Let her hair go! Let her hair go! Shelly! Girl! Shelly! Let her hair go! She gotta let mine go first. Tell her, let go of mine. Let go of mine, bitch. Let go of mine. See, that's where I come from, bitch. That's where I come from. These girls don't be knowing. So when Miss Gullum in the parking lot, she thought she was about to give Shelly, but she got Shaquan. That's like, girl, wrong door to be ringing, bitch. You ringing on the... You can ring my bell. Ring my bell. But when I answer the door, don't gag. That's the part of the song that she did not put in. It's like, Donna, girl, I love you down. Isn't that Donna? Is that Donna Summer? You got it almost right. But don't gag when I arrive on the scene. Because she could not take it. You said, why is it gonna be me? You and my... Okay. Come through, Justin. With she goes so deep, you don't even know what she's saying anymore. It's like it starts off in English and ends in like some alien language. It'd be like, with all my heart, and stay with. Bitch, I cannot, bitch. No shit, I love Anita down. She's legendary. I'm not gonna give her too much. She's legendary. No team. I can't wait till we do our summer camp and we can all smoke one together. Just wait. You said, Quadir, can you get Crash Bandicoot? They have Crash Bandicoot for... Are you kidding me? He said, whatever happened to the lady that did your Dookie braids? I don't know whatever happened to her. I don't know. She was, what was she? She was a friend of mine's mother that worked at the school that I was going to. I don't remember, or the high school I was going to. I don't know if it was in the cafeteria or she drove a bus. I think she worked in the cafeteria. And I really liked her, girl. I really liked her mother. But she can't do hair. And she never touched my head again. You said, am I coming back to Cali? You want to know what? That's the plan. Ultimately, I think I am going to go back to California. But I'm in no rush. Because you want to know what? Truthfully, I feel like when it's time for me to go back, I'm getting a little hot. When it's time for me to go back, I'm going to go back. You know what I mean? But I don't want to put any unnecessary pressure on myself up until... I don't know. I don't even know. There's no up until. I don't want to put any... You know, because that's the way to really fuck yourself up. Because that's what I did when I was doing the stand-up comedy. I was overthinking shit because it's just when it's time, I'm going to just go ahead on and do it. But I'm going to let y'all going to be the first ones to know though when I do make that move for sure. Oh, no, it's just hot as fuck. What it is it was cold as fuck in my apartment. I was cleaning my apartment. I just needed to clear some shit out. You know what I mean? Clear some shit out. Especially since I'm here alone. It's so peaceful being alone. I actually rather enjoy being alone. I really do. Isn't that crazy? But, yeah, I was cleaning and... Actually, this is the first blunt of the day. So, I said, I'm gonna light this up with my girls. Where my girls at? From the front to back. And if you're feeling that, light one blunt up and just repeat that. Trying to catch this high. See, bitch, I need that. I need it. Mm-mm. Here's a gag for y'all. Keisha Cole. I actually like her. Some kind of way, I think because I started watching Basketball Wives again. I think I saw the commercial. And I was like, Keisha Cole is going to be on the other one, the other show they have on there. I said, Keisha Cole's coming back. And she was looking real pretty. And then I saw something, I looked it up on YouTube and I saw some stuff with her on YouTube. And then I started watching her interviews and I said, you know, I read her because she did deserve to be read. But she really isn't the worst singer, truthfully speaking. But I was just poking fun at her. And no tea, fuck me. Who gives a fuck? Like, I'm just another asshole posting shit. You know what I'm saying? So, who cares? But even still, I feel like I like her vibe. Before then I never looked into her material. Like I never looked into her interviews and nothing like that. But her personality, at least who she is today, I'm like, I kind of like her vibe. I'm kind of digging her whole thing. Yeah, Love is legendary. You know what? I think I want to put that on my phone in my playlist. I really actually like that song. That is a classic. That's the thing about me. There's a lot of spoofs that I bought props for that I never did. Because you wanna know what's crazy? As hard as I be going in the paint, I really don't like hurting people's feelings. Truly. And I feel like sometimes the shit that I be saying, I'm like, that probably would hurt someone's feelings, wouldn't it? But then I'm like, but who cares what I think, right? I don't. That's always been a struggle for me. Like, it's my opinion, but should I keep it to myself or what? Am I wrong for saying this? Especially when I go hard. I'm like, am I wrong for saying this? And then I'm like, but I'm a store. Like, if in my real everyday life, I probably wouldn't say it, even though that's what I'm thinking. No, I probably would say it. See, that's what I'm saying. But see, I think what makes it different is because I'm on YouTube, it's like the world is able to see it. And then I'll be thinking, oh, what if one day somebody that I was coming for sees that and they're like, oh, that really hurt my feelings. Then I was kind of like, oh, that's kind of why I try to stay away from celebrities. I try. I no, I don't. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I try to hold back sometimes. There's certain things I try not to say. Unless it's like blatantly obvious, like, Lil' Kim, girl, you do look a China doll. You look a broken China doll, girl. And it's no tea, but girl, I can't, it's hard for me not to say it when everywhere you go, and then your hair always look frayed. It looked like that girl Cha-Cha-Cha. What's the Cha-Cha-Cha? The Latina. What, Miss Chi-Chi? I forget her name. But, you know, you said Wendy does it. You said gotta stick to the truth. Yeah, I don't, you know, like I say, for me, it's like, okay, it's how I really feel. And it's a part of my personality. But sometimes I do be feeling like, I hope they don't ever see this video. Not because I'm afraid or anything like that, but only because if it's something that could potentially hurt them, like, girl, don't watch the video. Pay it. Just pay it. Charo, that's her name. I'm like, just pay it, girl. Because here's the thing. People talk shit about... See, but here's the reason why I don't be feeling bad. People talk shit about me, too. It's just I don't care. There's some girls out there that don't like me. In the forums and in the blogs. Do you think I spend time searching out threads about me and trying to see what people think about me? I don't give a fuck. I really don't. Now, it's when they start coming to my page. Now, you can say whatever you want on the blog, the forum, whatever you want, as long as it's not, like, slanderous. Like, if you're like, oh, I think he's unfunny and he's tired and late. Okay, well, girl, that's your opinion. Because as far as I'm concerned, girl, I'm the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be at what I do. So, it's like, whether or not my numbers are as great as the girls you live for, trust and believe the girls you live for me. So I'm still in the loop, girl. Still in the loop, setting the trends. Get it together. See, that's how you have to come at these girls sometimes. You know what I'm saying? When the girls really try to come for you, you really have to kind of put them in their place. You know what I mean? That's the only way for you to do it. It's like, they say don't feed the trolls, but you do feed them if you feed them rat poison. See, that's the gag. See, that's the part they don't tell you. See, I know all the, what do they call it? The fixes. Where you know how to rig something. Where it's like, oh, not only can you toast bread with this toaster, but you can also make lasagna. Let me show you how. Like, who the fuck is gonna make lasagna in a goddamn toaster, bitch? Thanks, but no thanks. I'm sorry, it's like I'm reading the comments, but I'm so hot. Girl, this weed. Let me stop. It's like, in my mind, I'm answering y'all's, I'm like responding to y'all, and I'm addressing y'all's questions, but what it is this weed got me on cloud 9 that I'm literally in like 2 dimensions right now. It's like the shit that I'm actually saying and the shit I think I'm saying. Let me see. It says, yeah, I see semi-relevant celebs use your reaction gifts. I think Zendaya might have, but you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You said quite, and let me be clear. I don't really give a fuck about all that, but I'm just saying if a bitch is gonna come for my wigs, bitch, I'm coming with the guns. Like, it's like, a bee won't fuck with you, but if you fuck with it, beware. Girl, just fucking watch your ass. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Oh, you want to talk about Donald? You said, yeah, I respond to text. I know what that word is, girl. I'm too high to say it, though. Okay, so it says, Q, we need to talk about that. Okay, so you want to talk about Donald Trump? Okay, so what do y'all think about that whole situation first? Because see, here's the thing. I never saw it for him. I never saw it for Hillary. I mean, it was just a fuck situation. No matter how you looked at it. But it's not surprising to me. This whole thing is not surprising to me. Like, I'm like, and you have to, I wish I wasn't this high now, because this is actually a deep conversation that I'm trying to, I feel like I can pull it together and still serve the plate. Let me try it. If I can't, girl, we'll have to just pay it until maybe a table read or something. But, okay, so I always knew that he would carry. I don't see how people thought he was going to do the right thing by the people when he was never of the people. Bitch, he's always been rich. He doesn't know what it's like to be poor. He doesn't know what it's like. He doesn't know the urgency when it comes to healthcare. He doesn't know that life. And let's just be realistic. Let's just be real. Just think, right now, we're doing a live broadcast. We're comfortable in our homes. Our whole way of being is just so. Because it is. Like, it just is what it gives what it gives. But the reality is, as I'm doing this, there are girls somewhere else in the world that are fearing for their life and don't know if they're going to make it through the night. Bombs dropping, bullets flying, being taken captive. Like, so it's, even though I know that those people, their situation is urgent, I'll never feel the sense of urgency that they feel about their issue. Because that has never been my life. Now, suppose I lived there and I lived that, and then I came to America, then I might be more pressed because, bitch, I know what it is. Like, I know what it's like to be afraid and to be in the jungle, and you the snakes and the tigers, and you got the militias after the gorillas. It's different when you've lived it. So I knew that Donald was going to carry because he don't know our story. Like, he don't know. He don't know. Private school all the way along, like, first class everything. Like, so why would people think that when he got in office, he would feel a sense of urgency? I don't understand that. I don't know why people thought that. But the same goes for Hillary. It's like, I saw the same shit. Like, either of them getting in, it will be the same result. I think the difference with Hillary would be she knows how to talk. That bitch know how to finesse some shit. If you didn't know what you knew about her and you were seeing her for the first time, you might actually like her. Like, I feel like if you take away all the shit that is out there about her and just focus on what she's saying, you'll feel like she looked like she would make some good cookies, don't it? Safe like grandma's house. Look like that bitch house look like it smelled like cinnamon toast crunch, bitch, in the oven. Just cinnamon toast crunch, just sprawled out on some sheet, just cooking in the oven. That's how Hillary looks. And then you start reading about this bitch, and you like, wait, grandma did, huh? What she did? So it's like they both would have did the same thing. Hillary just would have been better about it. She just would have been better about it. But I think that Mr. Trump is just, that whole thing right there, it's just crazy. But here's what's so crazy about it. It's a game. There's so much going on right now when it comes to healthcare. They're distracting us. There's so much happening with healthcare, which to me, and this is just my own personal opinion, is a bigger deal than transgender people in the military. That's just the way I feel about it. Because whether you be trans, gay, bi, straight, white, black, Muslim, Christian, everybody needs health care. Everybody ain't trying to be in the military. Everybody health care. It don't matter what your background is. But see, what it is they literally just, something really big just happened with healthcare right now. And so that people won't focus on that, all of a sudden he's going to say some stupid shit like that through Twitter. This nigga is playing a game with us. I'm telling you, it's a puppet. What's that movie? There's a movie. Somebody in the audience, I know somebody has seen this movie. What's the movie where the girl shows up to the house? And to make a long story short, there's a guy in the film, I think he's in a wheelchair. And by the end of the film, you realize that he's a puppet, like he's a dummy, like, because there's like a a tube, and the woman is standing above him, and as she's feeding him, because she's puppeting his hands and stuff, as she's making him feed himself, as she's making him feed himself, they show you from behind, and the food is just pouring through the tube into like a wooden body. It wouldn't surprise me if that was Donald Trump. If he's tweeting and he's on camera talking, but what if he was a fucking puppet, like a literal puppet? Like, because it's too much. I don't see how. Let's just say he knows that they're playing him, and he knows that he's a pawn. What could they possibly be offering him that would make it worth destroying your entire reputation? That would make it worth it to you to become a pariah? What could they have offered him that would make him do that? No, but the tax cuts aren't even relevant, because the thing of it is, if you don't have if you destroy your business and destroy your reputation, you won't have no money to get taxed. So what did they offer that would cause him to be so disgusting? He has to know. Like, that can't be a sane person in his head. And if that is true, how did he win? How did he win? I'm telling you, this shit is all a game. It's a game, and it's so dynamic and abstract that, let's just say, even though I'm high and we're talking about this and we're keying and it's a Saturday Night Live, hey, we kicking it, girl, let's key, whatever. The reality is, girl, we were just talking about some real shit. And as I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, how the fuck? I'm literally just like, right now, just tripping. Like, how the fuck? This nigga has no political experience. He don't know shit. He ain't ever did nothing politically. And he's a fucking president? I can't even, if I were to explain all the ways this story could be, like, how it can unfold, it would seem like a movie. Because in what reality can somebody literally be like, well, I'm rich, so I'll buy my way in to a presidency? What reality does that make sense? That's like saying, well, I'm a billionaire, so now I'm a doctor, I'm a surgeon, I bought a degree, so now I can perform surgery because I bought my way in. Because when you become the president and you start having that type of influence, depending on how much power you actually really have, let's just say we go with the idea of what a president is. For you to have that much power, shouldn't there be some type of qualifications? Because if you are alarmed at me saying, what if a billionaire can buy his way into doing open heart surgery or brain surgery? It's the same thing with the presidency, because if he can push a button and drop a bomb somewhere, that's somebody's life. So he has our lives in his hand. If he says the wrong thing and starts a fucking war, our lives are in his hands. So how the fuck, if you have to get a degree and have a certain number of hours before you can actually be considered a doctor, how can you literally just buy your way into the White House with no experience whatsoever? I'm not saying that Hillary was the better option, because she would have fucked it up too. That's just how I feel about it. But what I'm saying is, Donald should have never even been a consideration. And you wanna know what? If they had even gave a decent Republican, I probably would have, in the mindset that I was at, I probably would have just voted for him just so I wouldn't vote for her. If he was making sense and he had some shit that I could agree with. But the thing of it is both were garbage. So that's what made me look into green. Because I said, girl, fuck this noise. But see, really, they need to just get rid of all of it. No Democrat, no Republican, no Green, no nothing. Just let it be people with ideas. Because once you start putting labels on it, people who agree with the person will disagree just because, oh, she's a Republican. Oh, that's a Democrat. Girl, okay. You were just nodding your head like you agree with her, and now you disagree? Okay. That made a lot of sense, girl. Sure did. I mean it. I'm serious. You said, so a one word. Hold on, let me read the comments real quick. It says, I always wish that there was a council of presidents, because why the fuck would we have one person running? I agree. You wanna know what's so interesting about what you just said? It never occurred to me, so you actually gave me the idea. But it's interesting what you said, because now I'm not a fucking historian, so don't clock me on all my dates and times. But it's interesting because didn't you leave Europe because you didn't want to be ruled by a king or queen no more? Isn't that why you left? Because you were tired of one bitch having the ability to control everything? And then you're going to come here and put one bitch in charge again? You're going to put one bitch in charge and, but you know what? Here's how it's different though. We're going to put her in charge, but she can only be there max 8 years. But see, I don't know if you guys have been watching House of Cards. But suppose somebody got into the presidency and became president for 8 years. Let's just say before they got into the White House, they had 2 children that were at least 8. So you get in, let's just say the husband gets in first, 8 years. Let's just say they flip it and now the wife is the president and he is the vice president, like House of Cards. That's another 8 years. So if the kids, where's the math? Can somebody do the math for me on that? Let me just pull my phone up real quick. We about to clock some shit. Watch this. Watch this. Y'all see where I'm going with this shit or no? Let me see. So, hold on. Yeah. Y'all know I'm bad with math, so don't judge me. Okay, so if you had, so let's say you became president and you had 2 children that were already at least 8. So one is 8 and maybe another one is 10. So let's just say you do 10 years, or 8 years. And then you flip it around and your wife, the first lady, is now the president. And you are now the vice president. By the time both of you finish 2 terms of 8 and 8, your children, the youngest child who was only 8 when you got in the White House, will have been 24 years old. Okay, now hold on, girl. I just gagged myself. Completely and totally. Although, hold on. It's like I gagged myself, but now hold on. Let me reboot. Let me see if I can juice it. And if I can't juice it, then we'll have to trash it. But hold on. So, let me see something. Do presidents have the power to change, like, the Constitution or no? Do they or no? I don't think, they don't have that kind of power, right? Because here's what I was thinking. I feel like the youngest you can be as a president, what is it? Is it 35 or am I totally off? Am I totally off? Oh, you said no, they can't do it? Okay. How young do you have to be, or the young, 35? Okay, so never mind. My theory, I was gonna find a way, but girl, it didn't work. Okay, alright. Because what I was gonna say was, by the time you got out the White House, you could have your kids be the president. And then flip it and have the next kid be the president. And then they can have kids too. Like, I feel like you can literally, if you set it up the right way, you can have your family literally rule for like ever. If you just keep having kids at the right moment and then y'all just keep flipping it, y'all could just keep having kids. Or y'all could just keep having presidents in the White House. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hey baby, how you doing? Oh, the Bush clan. It was the Bush clan and it was almost the Clinton clan. And Hillary, this bitch got a lot of nerve. Ooh-wee, this bitch got a lot of nerve. She gonna write a book, What Had Happened Was. That's what she need to name it. Because that's the only way for you to describe what just happened. Well, okay, Well, what had happened was that's exactly how she need to start her title. You wanna know why? Because bitch, how the fuck you gonna cheat your way all the way up to the presidency and still lose? Girl, I had to shawam, girl. I had to shawam. I had to don, wow. Because bitch, how the hell you gonna cheat and lose? So bitch, that instead of her saying what happened, it need to be what had happened. ... was. Oh, you know she gonna gloss over it, of course. Of course. That's why that book, let me tell you something. Anybody that buys that book is a fool. It is a damn fool. And you may as well turn around and buy Harry Potter. Because that's all this bitch is selling you. It's magic spells and goddamn fantasies. Because you know what? All the shit she gonna talk about don't got shit to do with why you bought this goddamn book. Because all you really want to know is, bitch, how'd you lose? Why'd you lose? And are you gonna run again? And the answer better be, I lost because I was crooked. Girl, the reason why we couldn't change nothing about it is because, girl, the internet. And girl, am I gonna run again? I'm too old. But she gonna try anyway. She's stubborn. She gonna try. She gonna try. In 4 years' time, she'll be right back here again with her respirator. Girl, together we are stronger. As she has her bodyguards literally holding her up. So in this case, it is true. You are stronger when they're propping you up together. So it might actually make sense. But, girl, together we are stronger while she's living in a gated community. You want to be together? Live amongst the people, girl. Live amongst the people. Actually have dinner with the people. I love how when she was trying to get the Mexican vote, how this bitch showed up to damn Del Taco. She knows she got high cholesterol. What you trying to prove? Bitch, you half dead as it stands. And now you in Del Tacos? Fraudulent ass. This bitch ain't had a damn taco since she was in college. All of a sudden now she want tacos? All of a sudden now she want tacos? I'm on to you, bitch. Oh, yes. Can I get the taco supreme? Bitch, that's an English word. I know we as Americans love to fuck up foreign words. We can't say croissant. We have to say crescent. But that's actually an English word. Can you at least get that right? Like, you just have it programmed in your head to where you gonna fuck up the word. We in a Mexican joint, so I'm just gonna fuck all this shit up, even when it's in English. It's like, yes, can I have the enchilada? But hold the suquam. The what? The suquam? What's the suquam? The sour cream? Yes, the suquam. Oh, okay. All right. So this bitch thinks she... Okay. All right. Okay, Hillary. That's going to be 1 taco supreme. Hold the tomato, extra onion. Coming up. She was so disconnected. What about when she tried to nay on Ellen? Ellen, stop, girl. Stop. Stop your shit. You're looking all crazy up on Ellen. Girl. Okay. All right. If you want to embarrass yourself on national TV, that's never gonna go away. If you must, girl, let have. But you look crazy as fuck. She was like, "No, let me whip. Now watch me whip. Bitch, I'm fucking stuck. Watch me get more fucking stuck." Like, bitch, you can't even get the move right. She's like the Tin Man girl. She needs a little bit more oil. Just a little bit more oil in her gears, bitch. She's too stubborn. She's like, girl, I have one more swan song. I have one more. Just one more, girl. Oil me up, girl. Oil me up. So, you talk so goddamn much. That's your problem. That's why I popped you last time. Talk so goddamn much. Oil me up. And she's saying like the fucking Tin Man. All I need is some oil. All I need is some oil. Hillary, you need more. Okay, girl, you need an oil change, brake pads, gaskets are busted, axles cracked. Like, Hillary, you need a little more than an oil change, bitch. Let's be fucking realistic. You know what I mean? Like, let's be real. Bitch, not when you passing out in the middle of Times Square and your shoes falling off your feet. I mean, she getting drugged up into the damn caravan. But all she needs a little oil. Oh, just, girl, a lozenge. Just a lozenge. Coughing up a lung. Talking about lozenges. Hello, Ohio. Ohio. One sec. Lozenge. 1 second. Oh, she thinks I'm coughing for real. Girl, I'm not coughing for real. Oh, I'm not coughing for real, mama. Girl, anyway, let me get up off of Hillary, girl. Let me get up off Miss Hillary. And Miss Felice said, I think it's time. Now it's time to say goodbye to all the boys and girls. M.I.C. See you next time. K-E-Y. I'll be back real soon. M-O-U-S-E. Oh, the E. You can't forget the E. I'll see you real soon. We're going to close this show out. I love you guys so much. I see this month is about to come to a close, so I want to thank you all once again for your continued support. And we're going to wrap this show because this young lady, she's like, oh, I need some loving, but you need to calm down, baby. You already know the drill. And she knows the drill. V.S. Blangelito Galistan, the best will always come through. And as always, until next time, baby. That's all.